Hello children, it's Grandma Carla, and we're starting a new segment on Grandma's website, and it is Missionary Stories. So this book is Missionary Stories with the Millers, and I have read it before and it's very exciting. So we're going to read about missionaries in different countries, and the first one is about the dollar that grew, and the country is the United States that this one is talking about, because we know that missions starts at home, don't they? Okay, the dollar that grew. My piggy bank is full enough, Mama, Laura announced. Is it? Her mother replied vaguely, hands busy in the sink. Yes, the little girl repeated happily. My piggy bank is full enough, and I want to send all the money to buy Bibles for people that don't have any. Like that story you read us last night. Why, that would be very nice, Laura, said Mama in surprise, looking at her 4-year-old daughter. See, Mama, Laura bubbled joyfully, I have all these pennies. Could you count them for me? I want to send them all to the Bible mission and get Bibles for poor people who don't know about Jesus. Mama dried her hands and took the little plastic piggy bank. It was a very small bank, only about the size of a grown-up's fist, and the coins in it were nearly all pennies. Laura couldn't count very far yet, so Mama helped her. 102, 103, Mama counted. Well, Laura, you have enough pennies to make one whole dollar plus 3 more cents. So we will trade the 100 pennies for a dollar bill and put it in an envelope to send it to the Bible mission. How many Bibles can they buy with my money, Mama? Laura asked eagerly. Well, I don't know if $1 can buy a whole Bible, Mama said slowly. Seeing her little daughter's disappointed face, she added, but your money will surely help, Laura. God will bless your dollar, and it will grow. Laura's brother Timmy had been sitting at the table with his coloring book while Mama counted the pennies. Now he slid quietly from the chair and went upstairs to his bedroom. Timmy's bank was much larger than Laura's, and there was more money in it. He unscrewed the lid and peered in. There were quarters and dimes and even one real dollar bill. Timmy poured the money onto his bed and pushed it around with his fingers. 4 quarters make a dollar, Timmy thought to himself. He counted out 4 quarters from the little pile. Then after a moment's hesitation, he picked up the lone dollar bill too. Grandpa had just given Timmy that dollar, and it was the only dollar he had. But if little Laura could give a whole dollar, I'm going to give $2 to help buy Bibles, Timmy decided. What are you doing, Timmy? Asked 10-year-old Peter, looking up from the book he was reading. I'm going to give some money to the Bible mission, his little brother replied, hurrying out of the room with the $2 clutched in his fist. After Timmy had gone downstairs, Peter continued to stare at the book in his hands. But instead of the pages of the story, his eyes were seeing the African village his mother had told the children about the night before. The people of that village had been poor and mean and dirty. But when one of them brought home a Bible, everything changed. They read the Bible and they believed in God's love. They cleaned up their village. Now they were happy, healthy, and hardworking, all because of that one Bible. Peter got up, leaving his book face down on the bed, and went over to his drawer. He didn't have a piggy bank anymore, but he had a wallet. He opened it and fingered the few bills inside. Money he was saving to buy a chemistry set. Peter took out a $5 bill and put the wallet back in his drawer. The chemistry set would have to wait a little while longer. What were you boys saying about the Bible mission? Sharon asked Peter as he passed her in the hall. We want to send some of our money to buy Bibles, Peter explained to his older sister. Good, Sharon replied excitedly. I'll help too. She went to her room and unzipped her purse. Oh dear, I don't have much money right now, she thought, except for this. Hesitantly, she opened an inner pocket where she had been saving something special. It was a $10 bill that Sarah had won for a prize in school. But what could be more special than Bibles? Sharon thought with a smile. I'll give this, she said determinedly, and closed the purse. Meanwhile, downstairs, Mama had been doing some thinking too. Dear little Laura, to give all of her money for Bibles, Mama thought. If we grown-ups do our part so unselfishly too, we can help her dollar grow. Reaching for her own purse, Mama took out the money she had planned to use for a new dress for herself. I can wait until next month to buy my dress material, she thought. Bibles are more important. When Daddy came home that evening, the family showed him their envelope of money for the Bible mission. Very good, he gave his approval. The Lord is pleased when we give. We must pray that he will bless the Bible mission and help them to send the Bibles to those who need them the most. Late that night, Daddy sat alone at his desk. The children were in bed and all was quiet. The envelope addressed to the Bible mission lay on the desktop, and Daddy's hands were folded above it in silent prayer. Thank you, God, for little Laura with her precious little dollar, he prayed. She set the example for us all. Opening a desk drawer, Daddy reached for his checkbook. He had something to give to. God bless Laura's little dollar, and it grew, he thought with a smile. Before I seal up this envelope, it will have grown into $100 for Bibles. I wish you would tell us some more missionaries' stories about the gospel in other countries, Sharon told her mother the next day. Yes, Mom, please find more stories like that and read them to us, Peter and Timmy begged. Mrs. Miller smiled at her eager children. Yes, I will do my best to find you some more stories about missionaries, she promised. And these are the stories she told them. So that's what we'll be reading each day for a while till the book ends. I think it's a delightful book, and I hope you learned something today about giving what we've got, because God can always make it grow. And this is Grandma Carla with Missionary Stories, and I hope you have a beautiful day. I love you.